This is episode 85 of Family Life Mornings. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. Our podcast, some of the most fun moments from the week.
I'm very impressed also. You know your fruit grocery codes.
That's right. 4011.
Nah, gotta love that.
Always been bananas. Yeah, we're pretty bananas. Check out the rest of this podcast.
He renews us every day. And oh, man, are we glad. Family Life Mornings.
How can you turn $20 into $100,000? Ooh. If I could figure that out, well, I would be very, very wealthy. They call it the Del Monte note. Somehow a banana sticker. Like the one that's on the fruit that says like 4011.
Right.
It ended up on the paper that the money is printed on before the money was printed. So the serial number printed right over the banana sticker, and it wasn't discovered until a college kid got it out of an ATM. Wow. And they say this $20 bill is now going to be auctioned for more than $10,000, which is, I just think that's a very creative way to pay for college.
That is very good. I'm very impressed also. You know your fruit grocery codes.
That's right. 4011.
Nah, gotta love that.
Always been bananas.
Hope you don't mind that we started the show without you. We just couldn't wait.
Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy.
After being away from my morning show family, I kind of want to be able to share some things. We don't share a lot amongst ourselves many times. just personal things.
Right.
And today is one of those interesting calendar days. Some are goofier than others. This one kind of serious. Change your password day. So if we'd like to share, Brandon, if you go ahead and just give me your password. I would, just to share, just amongst, family. We're
Brandon seems like a courty kind of guy.
Courty kind of guy.
I think you might have to wait on that one, Steve.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was just my idea. Change your password day. Any of you
What's
guys?
yours, Steve?
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to go along with Brandon's example. We're going to learn patience today. We'll just have to wait on that. Well, anyway, good to be back.
You'll always wake up on the right side of the bed when you start your day with Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life. A friend you can turn to.
Hey, are you okay out there? That looks dangerous. Are you okay? That's what you would yell if you saw a person out in the middle of a frozen river. You know how we always talk about how dangerous this time of the year can be? Sure. And that's what we do if a person was out there. But if an animal was out there in the middle of a frozen river and they look injured, if it was a dog, you wouldn't yell like, "Ruff, ruff, ruff," they wouldn't understand that. But this case, it was a goose. And whatever a goose makes, you can't do that. You have to go out and actually... That's exactly what you would say, and perhaps you can't take the chance on them understanding you and your goose language. So you have to go out and check. So these firefighters got this call, and the firefighters went out to this frozen river to try to rescue this injured goose. As they got closer, they realized it was a decoy. It was one of those decoy gooses.
It was a fake goose?
It was a fake goose out there. Yeah, you better apologize. But they still, they're firefighters, so they have to go back to the station and fill out a report.
Oh, boy.
What would you guys call that?
No.
What would you guys call that?
No.
I'm not doing your bad jokes for you.
Something about wild.
Yeah, I'd go with a wild goose chase, too. Yeah. Great answer.
Well, hello there, sunshine. Welcome to Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy.
Separating egg whites from the yolk is something that comes up frequently. Maybe you just want the egg whites for your scrambled eggs, or maybe you're going to bake a cake. Techniques for accomplishing the separation vary. Some transfer the egg back and forth between two shells. Others will crack the egg into their hand and just let the white part drip through their fingers. I don't know, Steve, how do you usually do it?
When you started this subject, I'm like, how do people do that so well? They made it look so easy, and I've obviously I'm not good at it.
Okay, Terese, how do you do it?
Yeah. I usually do the eggshell back and forth thing.
Yeah. Okay, well, here is a faster, less messy way to do it.
All right, I'm all ears.
Because just 2 of your fingertips are going to get any of the egg on you. You crack the egg, put it in a bowl, and then you take a garlic clove and rub it with your thumb and your finger, just one fingertip. And then you can reach in and just put those two fingers around the yolk, and the yolk will stick to your fingers, and you can pick it right up and set it in another dish, and voila, you've got the separation.
Wow.
I feel like I need to go try this for the sake of the internet.
know,
I
this
feel like
is
everybody on
right.
the internet wants to see this.
Well, Terese, you do it. I'll just say voila. I'll just do the voila
okay,
part.
got it.
Music? Check. News? Check. Encouragement? Check. Yep, we're ready to start the day. Family Life Mornings.
And I tested your theory, Randy, and we've got the video posted for you on our Family Life Mornings Facebook page. But here's how it went down.
Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. There's my puppy, Casey. Randy this morning said that if you take some garlic and you rub it on your pointer finger and your thumb, which I've done, and then you crack an egg into a bowl, you should be able to lift the yolk right out. So we're going to see if this works, that the yolk will stick to your fingers. Not sure, Randy, if this works because it appears the yolk is still in the bowl.
There you go. So what you saw on TikTok does not work at Teresa's kitchen.
Oh,
Sorry.
boy, that's bad news. It didn't work.
Yeah, bad news is that my fingers now smell like garlic. Thanks a lot.
Right. Yeah.
But good news,
Good
I was
news?
able to whip up an omelet for myself this morning.
Yummy.
Fun conversation, good music, and something to think about. Family Life Mornings.
Isn't this time of year fabulous? Everywhere you go, it's like red hearts and love. And isn't it, well, not so much for everyone. It can be challenging to feel content if you're in a season of singleness, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. Contentment, it's all about a shift in your perspective, a daily decision to trust God in all circumstances and to see him work in every chapter of your life. Do you know you have weapons with you right now? Yeah, weapons like your praise and thanksgiving, powerful weapons. And instead of focusing on what you lack, remember and acknowledge all that you have. And when you do that, you can fight those feelings of discouragement and give God the opportunity to remind you of his favor and many blessings. Now, singleness is not God's way of depriving you or punishing you, so don't get caught up in hoping and searching for a significant other that you forget about all the blessings that God has given you. Cherish every moment, every conversation, every experience with people you love. Regardless of your relationship status, go after your goals, dreams, and God-given aspirations. Don't settle for second best or get caught up in the wrong relationships out of desperation. Regardless of your relationship status, things like prayer, time in the Word, journaling, all important for keeping your spiritual life healthy. Prayer not only brings you peace, but it reminds you of who is in control. And when we plug into that power source, we receive his joy, his strength, and his wisdom. Wow, that's great advice for everyone.
Facing a brand new day is a whole lot easier when you remember that God is in charge.
This is Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy.
You know, sometimes you hear about some diet plans and you're like, really? Does that work? Like, remember the cabbage soup diet was like so big for a while. And then I just read that some people are trying a baby food diet now. And I'm not saying that baby food's not good. I don't know. I don't really remember ever eating it when my kids were little, but I'm not sure of the results. Like, I mean, have you ever seen how chunky thighs are on a baby?
That's true.
It's probably not the diet you want to go on. I'm just saying.
Good point.
If it's too early for you to start thinking about real life, it's okay. You can hang out with us as long as you want.
This is Family Life Mornings.
When, as a child, I laughed and wept, time crept. When, as a youth, I dreamed and talked, time walked. When I became a full-grown man, time ran. And later, as I older grew, time flew. Soon I shall find, while traveling on, time gone. And that is why our Lord tells us we need to redeem the time.
They don't need a request to be your friend. They already are. Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life. A friend you can turn to.
Well, if you watch the big game on Sunday, keep your eye open for Ryan Suckup. He's the kicker for Tampa Bay. Now, last year, this guy was pretty much unemployed. He gets a phone call from Tampa, and he goes to try out with the team. But he wasn't sure. So he prayed about it. He prayed, Lord, if you want this for me and my family, I just trust you with it, and I'll trust you to take care of it, and you'll show me if you want us to be here or not. And he walks out of the front door of the hotel, and there's a rainbow, and it looks like it's going right into the stadium. And he was like, okay, the Lord showed me. This is where he wants me to be.
Steve, Terese, and Randy. Friends you can turn to on Family Life Mornings.
We've seen shortages of sanitizing wipes and of toilet paper, and now this cereal is mysteriously missing from store shelves. There's a nationwide shortage. Well, because people who like it, I don't know who these people are, they heard this rumor that they weren't making it anymore, and so they went and bought it all out. But they are still making it. It is coming back. It's Grape Nuts, which
Grape Nuts. Huh.
it doesn't taste like grape or nuts.
Yeah, it's
so
neither
like
grape nor it's a confusing cereal. Very confusing.
it's very confusing. I don't even know who eats grape nuts, who likes it.
Oh, I love Grape Nuts. Put a little honey on it? Yes.
How do you?
It's like the roof of your mouth. Every time I've done Grape Nuts, it's like, it hurts.
Well, you
terrible.
let it soak a while in the milk. It softens it up some.
For like what, 4 months?
By then it'll be back in the stores.
Vicky in Spring Creek, what do you think?
Have you ever tried it warm, heated in the microwave?
That's called oatmeal.
Well, it's really good when it's Grape Nuts, especially when it has, you put raisins in it, and you just put milk on it and honey, and you put it in the microwave. Oh, my goodness. It's wonderful.
We use it a lot during this kind of weather, ice, and you put it down. It kind of
When your car gets...
That's why we have a shortage.
That's what it is. It's all.
Well, I haven't slipped at all this winter, so maybe it's helping me out.
See, there you go. Sandy and Groton, good morning.
Way back when Grape Nuts very first came out, my parents didn't want to get them, and my brother and I pestered them, and they bought us a box, and they were so disgusting we wouldn't eat them. This is back in the day when people took Sunday drive, and my father said, get that box of Grape Nuts. He didn't waste anything. He drove us to the local zoo where we were allowed to feed the Grape Nuts to the camels.
Oh, that's funny. Let's feed them to the zoo animals. That's good.
And now the Humane Society is after you.
That's right.
This was many decades ago.
Yeah, they were in trouble. They've been on the lam ever since, right? Yeah.
Oh, they've been on the lam.
You can either roll over and go back to sleep, or you can get going right now with Steve, Terese, and Randy. This is Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
So how would you describe your mood in the wake of the COVID pandemic? We asked our listener advisory panel, and we thought it'd be fun to get your perspective this morning, too, in 5 words or less. So we got a couple texts today. Diane in Endicott says, loved and blessed by God. So sweet. Jen is in Meadville, Pennsylvania. She says, ever more hopeful for Jesus' return. And that is so true, right?
Yeah. Who's this?
Phil, and I'm from Bloomsburg. Exhausted because of newborn infant.
Oh, well, that would happen, pandemic or not.
Wow, what a
congratulations.
Yes.
He was born back in December. It's been fantastic. He's our third.
What a blessing in the midst of everything, though, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Benjamin Silas.
That was kind of a test, to see just how tired you are.
That's right. I'm sure Benjamin enjoys waking up and listening to Family Life Mornings. I'm sure.
Every morning.
Yeah.
I love
Doesn't matter what hour.
Nutritious and delicious.
Just like Fruit Loops. This is Family Life Mornings.